The more invisible I become, the more death I have to endure. In a different scene, Manhwa shouted, "Useless! You can't even handle such a small matter." The man with a big nose said. Fang Fang said, "Master, please calm down." "Master, too much anger harms the body." Manhwa said, "With Dong Xinglin around, the Wan family will never get a piece of the imperial capital medicine business. I've been scheming for months, and just when I was about to be disgraced, it's all because of these incompetent fools. The duck in our hands has flown away." The man with the smaller nose said, "Master, it was all because of that Chao Shuanglin who suddenly appeared. We really almost succeeded." Manhwa threw a vase at them and said, "Get out! Chao Shuanglin! First, he killed my sword fiend servant, then he cut off my financial path. We'll settle both old and new grudges together," Fang Fang said, and Fang Yuan. "He must have helped Chao Shuanglin too. Master, we absolutely cannot let him off." Manhwa said, "Just you wait for challenging me." And on the streets, Chao Shuanglin walked proudly and said, "To make trouble in the imperial capital, of course, start by taking down the richest man. What's the point of scheming? Just go directly to the Wan mansion and find him." "Manhwa, I'm coming." Suddenly, a sexy lady with a huge chest bumped into Chao Shuanglin with her sexy body. She suddenly looked back and shouted, "Pervert!" as she put out her huge soft behind. And she said, "Oh, old master, how could you harass me in broad daylight? I don't want to live anymore." Sob, sob, sob. The crowd said, "Chao Shuanglin, I remember him. The one who borrowed money for medicine to save people outside Xinglin Medical Hall yesterday. Ah, isn't he a good person? How could he do such a thing? You old scoundrel, your face is really thick, doing such a shameless thing, yet still looking so unconcerned. Surround him, don't let him escape, quickly report to the officials." Chao Shuanglin thought to himself, yesterday's and today's incidents, the style of operation is identical, both hiding in the shadows and inciting the public. Chao Shuanglin said, Hey, you say I harassed you, fine. Whoever makes the claim provides the evidence, understand? You say I touched you, how can you prove it?" A person said, "You old bastard, don't go too far. Are you saying this madame needs to undress in public as proof?" Chao Shuanglin said, "Go back and tell Manhwa that his tactics are too predictable. Don't rush to make trouble for me, I'll be coming for him." Suddenly, Chao Mu was shocked as the sexy lady with the huge chest formed ice around her. Chao Shuanglin said, "Is this a spell?" Dao Shu said, "Manhwa is indeed somewhat capable, but for me to make a special trip for him is really beneath me." As her dress suddenly disappeared, showing off her naked sexy body, it transformed from an ice silk dress, and she said seductively, "The noble hero is publicly slandered for molesting a virtuous woman, and under public condemnation, he can only commit suicide to maintain honor. That's how the script is written, but Hero Chao just ignores it all and walks away. He's truly different. No wonder Dao Zhen likes you so much." Chao Shuanglin said, "What nonsense is this? Who are you, and who is Dao Zhen?" Dao Shu said, "I am Dao Shu, the senior disciple of the great Dao sect. Dao Zhen is my cold-hearted fellow disciple. I specially came out of seclusion to compete with him, yet he actually stood me up for a mortal plaything like you." Chao Shuanglin said, "Since that's the case, I'll destroy you." And he used his blood sword technique. He said, "What kind of logic is that? Do all you immortal cultivators have mental problems?" As his blood sword and Dao Zhu's ice collided, Chao Shuanglin said to himself, "Such domineering cold energy, even my blood-burning technique was frozen. Am I going to die again?" As Dao Shu struck him, Chao Shuanglin was shocked. Dao Shu said, "You finally decided to show yourself, junior brother. You made me search for so long." As Dao Shu's attack was blocked, Dao Zhen came out and said, "Congratulations on coming out of seclusion, senior sister." Chao Shuanglin thought to himself, "Is he Dao Zhen? A person from the immortal faction actually saved me? Could it be that he likes me? Wait, junior brother, he's a man?" Dao Zhen said, "Senior sister's ice crystal power has become increasingly rich, already at the late foundation building stage." Dao Zhu said, Stop mocking me. You reached the late foundation building stage long ago. Today, we must determine who is superior between us. Have a taste of my sword." As she charged towards Chao Shuanglin and Dao Zhen pushed Chao Shuanglin away and said, "Stay back, I don't want to see you die so boringly." As he blocked Dao Shu's attack, Chao Shuanglin slid back. The crowd shouted, "Everyone, be careful, the immortals are fighting again. Run quickly." Chao Shuanglin, while watching Dao Zhen and Dao Shu fight above, said to himself, "This is a man-made disaster. As an ice attack was about to hit a family of 4, Chao Shuanglin immediately grabbed them to safety. He said to himself, "Damn. The affected area is too large. I can only save a limited number of people." Sun Dao Shu said, "Junior brother, you only defend without attacking. What kind of contest is that? In that case, senior sister won't hold back." Dao Zhen said, "The imperial capital is a key area of the great Yan dynasty, and this is a crowded street. After all, they are important sources of incense offerings. If we go too far, Master will punish us." Dao Shu said, "Stop using Master to pressure me. You've learned to use mortals as shields. In any case, it's just the lives of 1 or 2 mortals. After 60 years, they'll just be a handful of dust. Even if I don't act today, mortals will still die from various natural and man-made disasters. I'm just making those unpredictable natural disasters come a bit earlier." Dao Shu said, "Junior brother, just focus on receiving my attack." As a powerful wind and ice tornado appeared, the crowd shouted, "Help!" Another person said, her father said, "Don't worry about me, you go first." As the father saw the attack coming close, Chao Shuanglin blocked it with his body and said, "What are you standing there for? Run, you fools!" As he spat blood, the father said, Hero Chao, please save yourself. Everything is predestined. Encountering this man-made disaster is just my bad luck. For ordinary mortals like us, living to my age is already heaven's mercy. I dare not ask for more." Chao Shuanglin said, "Is that so? But I've never believed in destiny." And he used his skill, Celestial Demon Dismantling, as he broke the ice. Chao Shuanglin looked at the ice tornado and said, "What is heaven? What is fate? I only see 2 beasts who disregard human life, and behind them, a bloody maw ready to devour the human world. If we don't resist, sooner or later, they'll eat us until not even bones remain." As Chao Shuanglin inhaled deeply, he shouted, "Dao Zhen, you don't want this matter to get too uncontrollable, do you? How about I help you take down this crazy woman?" Dao Shu, frustrated, said, Ha, mortal lives are like weeds, yet there are always some fools who think they've lived too long. Crazy woman? Die, interfering mortal," and she used her skill, Ice Crystal Pearl, at Chao Shuanglin. Chao Shuanglin used his skill, Crimson Moon Blood-Burning Technique. Maximum power. As he faced the Ice Crystal Pearl head-on, Chao Shuanglin endured the attack, and his body burst from the power of the strike. Yet, Chao Shuanglin remained standing as the ice deflected from his body. Dao Shu was shocked and said, "How is this possible? He actually blocked my Ice Crystal Pearl." Dao Zhen laughed and said, Ha. Interesting, you struggled so much just to block one attack. How can you team up with me like this? Dao Shu said, "Junior brother, our contest isn't over yet. Don't get distracted." Chao Shuanglin said, "Who said I want to team up?" "Dao Zhen, you're not up to it. Let me handle this. Fighting all this time without winning, you might as well stand aside and guard. Can you at least block the aftermath of this battle?" Dao Zhen said, "So you want me to be responsible for blocking the aftermath, to protect those civilians? So roundabout, you have so many thoughts. Fine, after all, protecting the imperial capital's citizens from disasters is also the duty of our great Dao sect. Besides, I don't want to fight anyway." As a magic circle appeared above, and a barrier formed, Chao Shuanglin said to himself, "A barrier? This way I won't have to worry about what's behind me." Dao Shu said, "Is this how you act as a junior brother?" Dao Zhen said, "I'm just trying to prevent senior sister from making a mistake and being punished by master. Besides, there's a good show to watch. Why wouldn't I enjoy it?" As Chao Shuanglin charged towards Dao Shu said, "Ignorant fool, you really think you can block the Ice Crystal Pearl? I wasn't using my full power before. This time I'll shatter you to pieces." As Chao Shuanglin continued to charge, ice hit his face and he fell. Dao Shu said, "Junior brother, I'm so sorry. I accidentally destroyed your little toy." As blood came out of Chao Shuanglin's eyes, he fell to the ground. But Chao Shuanglin immediately stood up. A massive blood attack shot towards Dao Shu. Chao Shuanglin shouted, "Again! Once more! Continue! Continue! Continue!" Dao Zhen said to himself, "While eating watermelon, with the explosion of vitality, this martial artist can actually control his movements to this extent. What a pity, no matter how fast, he's still made of flesh and blood, no match at all for Dao Shu." Dao Shu said, "An ant trying to shake a tree. Just now you spoke arrogantly, yet you can't even get close to me, wasting your life. Why bother? What does it matter to you whether those people live or die?" Chao Shuanglin said, "You all compare yourselves to natural disasters. But don't you know that even in the face of disasters, there are those who, with mortal bodies, stand shoulder to shoulder with God, snatching lives from the hands of calamity? You say I'm an ant trying to shake a tree, but I consider myself like Jing Wei trying to fill the sea. Today, saving 10,000 people is saving. Saving one person is also saving. Dao Shu said, among all parts of a martial artist's body, the mouth is the hardest to refine, too tough. As she hit Chao Shuanglin's body, Chao Shuanglin fell again and hit the ground. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to help me grow my channel. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to leave a comment below. I love hearing from you. Let's keep the conversation going and get those analytics buzzing. Until next time, take care.